Seen from America, Europe looks like a continent mired in crisis. In the east, a new kind of war in Ukraine. In the west, homegrown terror in Paris. And in the south, rebellion against austerity in Greece. The US sees Germany as a rare bright spot in Europe, and the White House is counting on Berlin to show leadership. But do the two sides really see eye to eye? We brought together two experts on this crucial relationship to talk through the issues. Representing Germany, think tank leader Annette Heuser. And representing the US, public opinion guru Bruce Stokes. In Ukraine, 2015 has got off to a bloody start. Amid the latest flurry of diplomacy, the spotlight is back on the importance of NATO and who pays for it.
We spend a lot more on defense than the Europeans do, and more than the Germans do. This is an old debate. Are we ever going to see the Europeans, and particularly the Germans, carry their fair share of the burden going forward?
I think the Americans are not well advised to bring this up over and over again. You can only beat a dead horse so much. I would advise our American colleagues to have instead a debate about how we can create synergies.
Meanwhile, last month's attack on Charlie Hebdo magazine in Paris has shaken the whole Western world and revive the transatlantic debate over how far spy agencies should go.
We think now, especially after Charlie Hebdo, that we were right and the Europeans were wrong.
I would disagree with that. I would say the Germans were rightly so outraged when they found out that the NSA was taping the phone of Chancellor Merkel.
But I must tell you, there was a sense here of the hypocrisy, especially of the Germans. They were sharing this information. They were quite happy to receive the information from the U.S. intelligence services. And I do think that we saw that hypocrisy and it stiffened our backs a bit.
Well, obviously, this is still a kind of dark cloud over the transatlantic relationship, but I think everyone in Germany saw right now how important it is that we have a close relationship.
Crisis number 3 is nothing new. The euro crisis is back, with Greek voters rebelling against the austerity they believe Germany forced on them.
We think you're squeezing Greece too hard. We would be much better served by a stronger Europe, and a stronger Europe needs more growth, and austerity is not going to get you there.
I mean, it's also very frustrating for the German government to be constantly, quote-unquote, lectured by their American counterparts.
At the end of the day, we need you to grow. The European economy is stuck.
It's faster to get a single country like the United States out of the financial crisis and back on a growth track, where you are, thanks God. But it's much more difficult to keep a club of 28 member states on a growth path after you've been in a severe crisis.
All that and plenty more to talk about here at the White House. These transatlantic allies certainly have a lot on their plate in 2015.